has been that certain employees have self-quarantined during the spring break, and they feel their health will be compromised by colleagues that have traveled throughout their spring break, and that they will have to come in and work with them, even though we have prepared for no more than 10 people in a group, but we are hearing a lot of those concerns from employees. I do want to say that we do have a lot of employees that are willing to come in because they do recognize that they are still getting paid their regular salary. But we have had a lot of concerns like the one that I described. And basically they feel that if they want to stay home and take care of their health, that they should not be docked days for not coming in, because that was the procedure that we were going to put in place, or that has been in place, is that if you are asked to come in and you do not come in, then that would be considered an absence. And we're having a lot of feedback from employees that they feel that they should be allowed to stay home, take care of their health, take care of their kids, and not be penalized for coming into work. So the district crisis team met this morning to address those concerns, which is the most prevalent concern that we have been hearing, I want to say, since we announced what the procedures were going to be for the March 24th, 25th, and 26th. And so on the last page of your packet, we have what this resolution is proposing. First of all, that there would be a penalty-free policy for teachers that do not report to their work site during the school closure. So if they do not report to work, there would not be a penalty. In other words, they would not be docked a day. Of course, we are still asking that teachers must continue to be accessible to assist students and parents from home with their work assignments through online access or telephone. The second thing is that we would have a stipend pay for professional campus staff that reports to their workstation, and it would be at $35 per hour. This is only for days approved by the superintendent. So for example, for the plan that we have, it would be for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday only during the scheduled times that is already part of our plan, which is, I believe, 2 hours. Teachers would come in no more than 2 hours on Monday. All of them would come on Monday, and then they would come at a staggered time on either Tuesday or Wednesday. Depending on how long school closures are, we may need them another time. Let's say if the school closure is extended beyond April 3rd, then we might have another couple of days where we would have staff. So what principals would do is that they would communicate to staff, I need, for example, high school principals, I need 25 teachers to come in, and it would be on a voluntary basis. The 25 that volunteer, those would be hired, okay? Then the third thing is that we would have flex time compensation for central office professional staff at half hours worked when they physically report to their workstation. We do understand that there is a lot of staff that is working from home. For professional staff, work from home would not be part of this pay, whether it's the comp time or the stipend pay. This only applies when professional staff reports to the work site to provide essential services for our students. Are there any questions?
Does that include counselors under professional?
It would, what we're going to communicate with principals is that they have a certain number of staff, for example, 25, and then it will be up to the principal to determine which 25 staff he needs or she needs.
It wouldn't be easier to mail out maybe the packet that we're giving out?
Not that it would not be easier, but part of the work, most of the work that we're asking for on Monday is to come and actually get the packages ready. Yeah.
Are we going to be able to provide gloves and stuff like that for the
Masks, gloves.
Yes, we're going to be providing gloves for all the staff that comes in.
They already started distributing.
I'm not sure about
them.
masks, if we made a final decision on no, but we're going to be providing gloves.
How are we
taking care of our crisis team? What do they fall under here?
The crisis team would fall under the flex time compensation for central office staff.
Okay, maybe we can revisit that.
Any more questions? Those are all good questions.
Any other questions? Crisis team members, is there a detail that I left out that is important for us to voice?
I think maybe the different numbers for the different levels, I think we said 15 for elementary. 20
Yes,
for
we did estimate that high school principals, we would give them 25 slots to work with, 20 for middle school and 15 for elementary. However, that we are going to have conference call meetings this afternoon with our principals, and we will get from them a better idea of is that enough or not. That's what we're estimating right now. Thank you, Ms. Villarreal.
The other thing I was trying just to remind the community that this is funds that we're using from our local funds with anticipation that because it is a crisis, that we will submit for reimbursement, depending on what the government gives us back, that's what we're submitting.
Thank you, Chief Gonzalez.
I think that just the concern that I have is, I know we're gonna prepare meals, and with the traffic coming in, you know, at least for our employees to have, you know, maybe they can have masks and gloves because they're gonna encounter a lot of people. And that's kind of my concern.
Okay, so maybe for the food service staff, we would do masks and gloves.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are gonna have.
Is that they're not found anywhere. It is very difficult to say we can provide masks because not even medical personnel have masks. So we don't want to put anything like that into a stipulation because what if we cannot provide masks? Even medical personnel on the front line in the hospitals are not using masks. So it's very difficult to say we can provide them because they're not to be found.
Well, we're going to make every effort possible to get some. That's what we're trying to say.
For the record, Mr. Coach Salinas walked in at 1:33.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas.
I'm sorry, we have a lot of employees, and I think the number's going down because we started out with 12 at the print shop, and now they're down to just 5, so people don't want to come in and work.
We have staff working at the print shop, and Mr. Salinas was delivering lunch to the staff that's working at the print shop. So thank you, Mr. Salinas.
They've been working from 8 a.m. to 12 midnight. Some of you might want to go over. They're already, their eyes are all like,
And they are the
"How
ones,
you been doing this?"
and they are the ones that are preparing the packages. That's another misunderstanding that has been, is that we're asking the teachers to come in and prepare the packages. The packages were developed by CNI staff and are being copied by our print shop.
And I just want to say that the print shop has been doing an outstanding job. We also have a team of CNI staff printing upstairs as well.
And there's some trucks that are, I think it's Mr. Lopez's crew.
Yes, it's been a team effort.
I think if anybody can just go out
Ms.
there.
Villarreal, can you go to the mic, that way we can hear your comments and the community will hear your
If
comments?
anybody can just go and, you know, maybe just like a joke or something, or maybe sweet bread, I mean, it goes a long way. They were like already like falling asleep when I got there and made a joke or two, but they're out there ready to go. They're so friendly, they're going hard.
I just want to say that I want to commend our print shop because they've been doing an outstanding job printing all these packets for our students. Yesterday, we were able to deliver all our middle school packets and elementary packets. Today, we should be able to finish La Jolla High School, and maybe by now, we should be done with La Jolla High School, and then start with Palmview. And we're currently printing Juarez Lincoln upstairs. I have a team of CNI staff printing Juarez Lincoln, but you are right, they've been working all the way up to midnight for the past 3-4 days already.
You also have you and your team.
Yes, but we have an outstanding team, like I said the other day.
Thank you. Any further?
I also want to acknowledge, aside from the print shop, the CNI team, which they're part of the CNI team, but our technology department has also been working nonstop to help teachers and principals with online, preparing for online. So thank you, Ms. Clemgas and the technology team. And then I also want to say the crisis team, because even though we came this morning for a meeting, but I think we spend most of Friday and Saturday online in front of our computers, responding to questions and putting things out. So I know the crisis team has been working full-time every day, and it doesn't seem like it, but sitting at home in front of the computer for hours and hours is very tiring. So thank you to the crisis team for doing that also.
Doctor, if I can just explain a couple of things on the resolution, just so the board is aware. One of the other items that you're delegating to the superintendent is to modify the school calendar as needed based on the closure. Also to seek necessary waivers from TEA without their approval that we may need to get money to get funded. And then the other one is to temporarily amend La Jolla ISD board policy EIC local regarding class rank of graduating seniors for this year. So, just so you're aware.
Can you repeat that?
Yes, I can. So there's a couple of other things in this resolution that's before the board for consideration to delegate to the superintendent. One is to modify the school calendar as she deems necessary regarding this emergency. The other one is to seek necessary waivers from TEA. And the last one would be to work with her team to amend La Jolla ISD board policy EIC local regarding the class rank of graduating seniors. And it would be a temporary amendment just for this year. And then moving forward, we could figure out what's going to happen with everybody else.
Thank you, Mr. Castillo.
Wait. We do have a motion already in a second. Yeah, we're in the discussion. Okay, if there's no further discussion, we do have a motion by Mr. Alex Cantu and a second by Ms. Claudia Ochoa. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. We will adjourn this meeting at 1:44.
Thank you, Ms. Ochoa.